What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Carolina Custom Classics. It's December 25th, Christmas. But we spending it how I love to spend my holidays, working on my Tri-5s. So I got the drum off of the rear brakes on the driver's side. I mangled up the pads getting it off, but all I did was just hit the drum, you know, about right here, you know, on each side, even though that's covered in ants. Look at them. Wow. So I got lucky on that one. Anyway, so just bang it to get the drum off, you know, if it don't want to come off really easy. But we put a new master cylinder on it, but I found out after doing it that we're leaking out here at the wheel cylinders. So I bought new wheel cylinders. We're gonna go ahead and deassemble the brakes, put new pads on it, or shoes, and put new cylinders on it and see if that fixes the problem, which it should. What we're going to do first is go ahead and clean everything up. I got a can for each side of the brakes of brake cleaner, so we're going to go ahead and clean them up the best we can. And also, as soon as these ants get off this drum, I want to show you that we're going to have to change out the drums, because for some reason this one's deformed or defected or something to that effect. So I took this one here off my two-door hardtop, and we just put new ones on it. But for right now, we'll use this one on this one because the inside is good. And on this one, we got a nice ridge. So anyways, it couldn't be fixed, so we're just gonna use this one for now, and hopefully the other side is good. If not, that's a good thing about having multiple Tri-5s around my yard, so I just go pull parts off of them. Alright, y'all, so that's what we're doing today, so y'all stay tuned. Alright, so here's the wheel cylinders that I'll be using. One's the AC Delco. There's your part number for anybody that's wondering. And the other one is a Dorman. There's your part number. I'm not really sure which one's on which, but I'll find that out when I open them up. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting it, or deassembling it. Alright, as for tools I'll be using in today's job, I got the spring remover, and we got, I don't really know what this tool is called, but just put it on your springs here on both sides, twist it, it turns them off, makes it easier to put them back on. But yeah, so I'm going to set y'all up, start deassembling it. Alright, so I got all the brakes torn apart, but I left this nut here and just gotta hold it on the back side and screw it off. Get your emergency cable bracket off. But I lost all the footage, I believe. I may can recover it, not sure. I might have to go inside and mess with it later on tonight. But I've been having problems with GoPros. So, I don't know. I need to look into upgrading my camera to something else. I don't know, maybe y'all can give me some recommendations on what y'all use for your channel, so I appreciate it. Anyways, gonna finish taking this all apart. Hopefully my camera will film this time. Get everything in the drum that I'm gonna use and clean it up with some brake cleaner, and clean this up and start putting new stuff on. Alright, so I got the cylinder on, but they don't come with new pistons, so you're gonna have to take your drill, clean these up, then put them in. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the rest of the parts while I'm cleaning. Don't know if y'all can see it, but the back brake line, yeah, you can't see it, but I broke that trying to get it back on, so we're gonna have to replace that. But these are the brakes that I'll be using. They're Velocity front and back brakes. So anyways, I've been working on getting everything cleaned up the best I can, but both my drill batteries are dead, so I'm gonna have to charge them overnight and resume tomorrow. But y'all stay tuned. Alright, got the brakes on, everything is good to go. Now I'm just gonna take the drum off my two-door hardtop and I'm gonna go ahead and get the rust off of it, sand it, and paint it. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of automotive primer on it and go from there. Alright, there's that. Wasn't quite fully dry yet, but oh well. Looks a lot daggone better, I tell you. But now I'm just gonna put the tire on and go to the other side. Alright, so when trying to remove the drum can usually be a little bit of a pain. So what I like to do is take a nice hammer. I'm gonna hit on this side, hit on this side, hit on that side, that side, that side, that side, you know, and so forth, without trying to miss like I just did, without hitting, you know, any of your studs to mess up your threads or anything like that. So just gonna keep, you know, repeating that process. Eventually she'll break loose, but it does take a while. I had to hit on the other side for 15 minutes. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set y'all up and fast forward, and I'm gonna get to hitting. Alright, there it went. As you can see, just broke loose. You just gotta keep on hitting them. Eventually they'll come loose. But they can be somewhat of a pain. This one here also has a ridge in it, so I'll probably go dig around, see if I can find another drum, which shouldn't be a problem. Take y'all in, let y'all get a look at what we're dealing with here. Nice and sludgy and dirty. It's been leaking for a long time. I'll tell you though, putting the nut right there is way better than having that clip. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about on the newer drums. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna set y'all back up, get the deassembling. I did end up losing footage on the other side, so I'm trying and hopefully film this side. So I'm gonna take a needle nose, try and open that up. Something about like that. I'll try that side as it is. Alright, so once again, we're gonna take this side, put it over it like so. Got grass sticking to my gloves. We're gonna give it a turn like that. We heard it snap. Now it's stuck up under the lip. I'm just gonna pull it up and over like so. Alright, I hope y'all seen that. Now we go on to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, as you can see, Heard it snap. Alright, voila. And as for these, there's a tool that I use for them. You can here's the tool that I use for these. Now, as I was saying, you can just use vice grips or needle nose, or probably just any kind of pliers, to be honest with you. But these make it a lot easier. But when I learned how to do drum brakes up at my job, they taught me. He was old school, and all he wanted to use was needle nose vice grips. But using the correct tools does make it a lot easier. But for these, you just stick them on there, give it a twist, try to angle it so you can see how you're turning it. If I can keep from losing everything, that'd be nice. We're close. Trying to do it around the corner, or the camera here. Alright, there on that side. Go ahead and take that off. Just like so. Take my knife. Break them off. Take my gloves off. Just like so. Then you take out, I've always called them nails, but I don't really know what you officially call them. My dog Larry photo bombing the video. If I can get it out. Alright, so there's all that. Go ahead and take out the springs. And as with the other side, I use all the original equipment except for the wheel cylinders. Everything was good. 90% of the time it's unnecessary to replace all your springs. I mean, unless you got a bad clapped out car, you can usually salvage everything and save you $150 on spring kits. Just for the rear, I looked and they was $75, and that was on eBay, and mine cost me $0. So now that you got all that done, you can just take it, bring it down like so, and remove this spring. This one was broke on the other side as well, but it's not too important. It still does function as is, so we'll leave that one just like we did with the other side. I'm trying to set all my stuff over here so I don't drop it in the grass. I'll never find it then. I'm still working on getting my shop cleaned out. I've been using it for storage for years, but then you just pull that bottom side in. I would recommend wearing gloves. Put my glove back on, especially when they've been leaking like that. Now this is the main thing that's likely to give you problems. This side seems, well, this one's spinning, but this side is not. But what you can do sometimes is take you a handle, something like so, to hit it. Now I haven't soaked this one in PB, but usually it works if you soak them. But you just take it and give it some force, and that'll break loose any of the rust in there, like so. And then usually, as you can see now, it's spinning. That's usually how you get them to free up. And a little trick that I've learned over the years. Get my last spring down here. As you can see, they are dirty. I will take my wire brush to them and clean them up. Now you got a 9/16 on this side and I think a 3/4 on that side, and then the brakes is deassembled. All you have left is your wheel cylinder, and man, that thing is crusty. Look at all that up in there. That is nasty. Alright, so I'm gonna go grab my wrenches, finish removing that, and then to put it back on is just a reverse process. But I figured I'd show y'all since I lost the footage on the other side. So 9/16, 3/4. I'm going to put wrenches on. I hope I have it lined up correct with the camera. You can see 3/4. And now we're just going to try and break her loose. Alright, so she broke loose just like so. And yeah, that's all it is to it. Deassemble 57 Chevrolet drum brakes. And it would make it a lot easier if you have a ratchet to finish removing this. But as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. It is a little bit more complicated putting them back on. And another step that I don't believe I showed on the other side is sometimes you want to put some lube right here on both sides because they'll rub. But yeah, that's all it is to it, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting this side together, get it all rebuilt and new. Alright, just one more thing. Figured I'd show you on the back side here. I don't think I did on the other side. But as for the brake line itself, it's just a 3/8. And I used my flare wrench for that. And then you got 2 1/2-inch bolts. That's all it is to it to remove it. So as you can see, I took the wire brush to this side, cleaned up really nice, hit it with some brake cleaner, and now it's just putting on the wheel cylinder. Well, I got it cleaned up, got the wheel cylinder on, and basically it's just the same process of how to remove it, but just reverse it to reinstall everything. I'm sure y'all don't care to see all that, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I appreciate all y'all for hanging out with me and watching me redo these back brakes, and hopefully we'll be cruising soon. I still haven't, you know, got my carburetor kit or a lot of my parts yet, so I'm still waiting, but it won't be long. I'm hoping within a month or so we'll be cruising. But alright, y'all, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Alright, y'all be blessed. Take care. Just a little update. It's all on there. Good to go. Everything's reused. Alright, see you on the next one.